Welcome to Get Out Go. I'm Christoph. Join me as I go camping in the Western Cape. The Western Cape is usually associated with Cape Town's beautiful beaches and wine routes. However, I was here to find some rustic camping and spend some time with fellow overlanders and content creators. This journey would see me drive more than 40 hours, 4,000 kilometers across 5 provinces and camp at 9 different locations. Welcome to Watsweli Camp in Mokala National Park. Took about 7 hours drive from Joburg, so quite the drive, and we'll be staying here for 2 nights. Mokala is a good stopover camp in the middle of the long trek between Johannesburg and Cape Town if you take the N12. We camped at the Watsweli camp. It has 5 campsites in a semicircle around a waterhole, which is a nice touch. Watch out for the full review. Mokala is a little known, fairly small national park, but it has ample charm and abundant wildlife for its size. It was time to hit the road again to the Karoo Valley for my first Western Cape camp, Porcupine Rest Camp. So I've reached Porcupine Rest Camp. It was a really long drive from Mokala, 7 hours. Quite a nice campsite, it's quite scenic and I think it's a good stopover. There are 3 rustic sites with their own ablutions. They offer good privacy with nice views of the Clanwilliam mountains. There's also an authentic bush pub for those who want a cold one and even some Wi-Fi. The camp is a great weekend base camp to explore the area or a stopover. It was now onto the Cedarburg to camp at Bully's Hut. So first day at Bully's Hut, we arrived here yesterday and it was pouring wet and ice cold. Really nice day today, so I'm definitely going to enjoy having a look at what's around here. Campsites are quite nice, really scenic around here. It's quite a death-defying drive getting into here, so have a look. Okay, so maybe it's not death-defying, but it's quite scary if you're afraid of heights. The views are amazing though. Just check the pass for oncoming traffic before you enter. It's a single track. As you can see, the scenery is quite spectacular. Bully's is situated in a deep valley with front row seats to the southern Cedarburg Mountains and with a great little stream flowing through the camp. The best campsite for sure is Bushmans Pass. Full review to follow. It was time to take the pass again to our next camp near Ceres. What looked like a really nice camp initially took a turn for the worse when the neighbouring farm started spraying pesticide in the middle of the night. We got a refund the next morning and moved on. I decided not to do a campsite review of this camp. Next we headed for the red roads and weathered sandstone formations of the southeast Cedarburg and Gajja nature reserves. So we're a day early at Gajja. The previous campsite wasn't great, so we decided to come here a day early. Quite a nice drive in here, mostly gravel roads and really quite scenic. This area offers spectacular scenery, ancient rock art sites, amazing indigenous fauna and flora and phenomenal night skies. The Citrusdal camp features 5 campsites with shared ablutions. I would recommend number 4 or 5. Angkor's camp is a bush camp and only accessible by 4x4 with no facilities. This one's obviously gets my vote. I really like it. Many farm gates later, we were now on our way to our next destination, De Mont in the Tankwa Karoo. Incidentally, if you didn't know, always follow the instructions at the gate, and if there's none, leave it the way you found it. No visit to this region would be complete without stopping at the Tankwa Patstal first. Here you'll find a quirky general store, basic restaurant, pub and even free Wi-Fi. We've reached the Mont, had a bit of an incident, had a tyre blowout, so that means we're going to have to go all the way back to Citrusdal to have that repaired. Replaced actually. This would not be the last of my tyre woes. Campsite isn't exactly what I expected. It's got a really nice view from the front. At the back there are a few chalets that's not so great, but overall nice site. It's quite a surprise to find this oasis in the middle of this arid landscape. We camped right at the water's edge, which was quite nice. The facilities need a little TLC though. After replacing 2 of my tyres in Citrusdal, we headed to a Cape Nature campsite in the Cedarburg Wilderness area near Clanwilliam. This campsite was yet again not meant to be. So, second campsite that's a bust unfortunately. We arrived there and not a bad campsite, but it's smack right next to the road and there were some strange folks walking about, so yeah, not great. So I ended up here at De Poort near Clanwilliam. That's actually quite a nice campsite, so I'll do a review on that as well. De Poort has 3 campsites. The one between the rocks is the nicest. More about all the camps in this video in subsequent campsite reviews. The Tankwa Karoo National Park was our next destination. We reached Tankwa National Park after about 5 hours drive from Clanwilliam. What was originally supposed to be a 2.5 hours Tracks for Africa shortcut turned into a ridiculous but epic trip. The road ended up being made up of loads of little farm roads, mountain passes and some serious 4x4 sections. It took more than 5 hours to cover around 200 kilometers. We finally made it to the Perdekloof campsite. I couldn't get a booking at the bush camp, but these campsites turned out to be nice as well. I also met up with some other local YouTubers at Tankwa. I'll link to everyone in the description below. The evenings in Tankwa were spectacular. It was now time to hit the long road north again, unfortunately. I'll definitely have to get back here again. Arrived back at Mukala after about 8.5 hours drive. I got another tyre puncture, so definitely not my trip for tyres. This is the final stop of my trip. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, get out there.